Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is UFC Chopperaholic here, and just wanted to quickly say I apologize for the lack of videos. Things have gotten crazy, and I have not been able to put up very many at all. So hopefully I can, change that in the near future. Today I wanted to talk about something different than my recent material on the gig economy and Instacart. So I'm a huge Battlefield fan and a player. I've put in well over, I believe, 2,000 hours since Battlefield 3. Battlefield 4 has been my probably favorite of the last few. Didn't play much Hardline, but put lots of time in 3 and 4, and then also a pretty good amount of time in Battlefield 1 as well, which was fun because it was so different and all the changes and the theme. And anyway, I wanted to talk today about Battlefield 5 has been delayed and what that means and what do I think about it. So earlier today, a general manager, Oscar, I can't remember his last name, general manager of DICE, announced officially that Battlefield 5 will be delayed until November 20th from its initial release date of October 19th. So, to some people that, they're going to be, upset, and that's, they got to wait even longer, for their game to play and whatnot. And, that's, these things happen. So I believe the number one thing, though, comes to my mind, and at the time, for different reasons of school, and I played Grand Theft Auto 5 a lot when it was released. I didn't play Battlefield 4, funny enough, when it was released, for all sorts of different reasons. But it worked out for me because at release, the game was atrocious. Like, people would be playing, it would crash, they'd lose their progress. I mean, it was a disaster. Like, it was so bad. I mean, it was just, I just feel so bad for people who played it during that time. And I actually got it a year later. So I was playing it when it was very much polished, and there was still updates coming, but it was way different. So I played it after its initial rough time. So anyway, nobody wants a repeat of that. Nobody wants a repeat of that. So if they need to make the game a little more time to make it stable and whatnot, I mean, by all means, do it. Another big reason is, just timing-wise, you've got two gigantic games coming out. Even with it losing its campaign, you have Black Ops 4, which, of course, it's Call of Duty. I mean, massive franchise. It's released every year, a new title. Black Ops 4 is massive following. And then this year, after 5 years, Rockstar's latest installment or latest outing is, Red Dead Redemption 2. Another massive game. First game in 5 years from Rockstar, and everybody knows Rockstar just makes incredible games and incredible experiences. So to be placed in between those two games was already kind of a tough situation. I mean, aside from the fact that just, people have to decide, which game to play. And there's only so much time in a day, and there's also only so much, for some people can't afford 3 games to buy 3 new games all at the same time. Plus, these are all AAA, these are AAA studio games, probably around $60 at least. So that's another, I think, good reason that it's going to be delayed a month. It's not going to be any longer placed in between those two massive releases, which are big, even with, Black Ops 4 not having a campaign and whatnot. The other thing I think is very crucial, I forgot to say that it'll be near Fallout 76, which is another, anticipated game, but I believe that they're just different player types. Fallout is more RPG, also a big developer, big publisher, whatnot, but I believe it'll just do better on a November 20th release date. Another huge thing I think for the community of Battlefield is they've talked about a lot of cool things that are going to be in Battlefield 5, like being able to drag teammates back to cover who are dying or need to be revived, and like instead of doing it in the open like we've had to in the past, you can literally grab them and pull them back into cover. That just sounds nuts. I mean, especially if you see it and like, I don't know, that'd be pretty immersive to look at or to watch while you're in the middle of a firefight. So that's cool. I'm sure it involves some, new coding or new whatever algorithms for them, so maybe they need more time for that. But anyway, I would like all that feature and some other features. I can't remember what they were also mentioning. Just all the new movements, the being able to shoot while prone, that's pretty cool. All these new movement features, it'd be nice to have them at launch day one instead of having to wait, and be released, post launch, which, you want certain things on the first day. Like, we totally understand new campaigns, new theaters of war later on, of course, but the movement, kind of the main gameplay features, those really all should be there. Maybe one, but they really should all be there day one of launch. So, I think it's a good thing it got delayed, or it is delayed. I think it's sad news to a lot of people, and looking on YouTube, all sorts of negative Nancy's and haters are just saying, oh, this Battlefield's over, and SJW for the win, like social justice warriors. And I don't agree with any of that stuff. Like, I do agree the controversy, I could see why there was controversy. Like, the trailer was like different. It showed a lot of customization. It didn't show as much gameplay, and it just didn't have a World War II, I guess, look that people expected. I'm not really sure. Like, it was not like the reveal trailer for Battlefield 1. So yeah, that was just a rough start for the marketing for Battlefield 5. Anyway, I'm not a part of that, but I'm gonna play the game regardless, because I'm a huge Battlefield fan. I just love the franchise and the gameplay, but I think the delay is going to be good. I really think it's going to be good, beneficial for the community. I think there's been a lot of positive feedback from I've seen on YouTube, and with the new Rotterdam map gameplay being released, and the beta coming up. I think people are really excited, and it's nice finally to see Rotterdam, a new map, instead of just the same old, Norway Arctic Fjord, the winter map, and it's cool and all, but it's one map. We saw a lot of that with the alpha, so it'll be very nice to play on Rotterdam, play in the beta. I unfortunately have played Battlefield my entire career on Xbox, so I was really happy when Battlefield 4 came out, because they finally had 64-player battles, and to me that was just like, it was, unbelievable. I never actually experienced that, so I can totally see why PC gamers have just loved this game for so long. Now, this time I've learned my lesson, and I will be playing on PC finally for Battlefield 5. I already pre-ordered it, so I'm ready to go. I am going to be definitely making a video next week when the beta is released, hopefully even streaming, because I am just beyond excited. I don't know what to say. I like the Battlefield series. It's just, to me, there's nothing like it. Anyway, that could be a whole other video. But I'm very, it's interesting, I wish it wasn't delayed, just as a fan, of course, but I also understand things can happen, and, it's not like there's nothing to do in the meantime. I mean, I still play Battlefield 4 on the regular, and, so, month's a month, and if it helps them get better sales and better reception, and the game will be released properly, and as it should be, with everything being able to be used and employed day one, then that's the way it should be. We shouldn't have to have gameplay features coming out, a month or 2 months later. It's just, it's kind of weird. We're okay with, I think cosmetic things and different modes even, or different aesthetic features being released later on. But gameplay, I really think gameplay should be it really should be there from the beginning, just because gameplay it's just part of the experience, regardless of the map or what your character looks like or guns you use. So anyway, I just wanted to make this video about the delay, because that's pretty big news, and to be honest, I haven't heard of a delay for a big game in quite some time. But I think it'll be a good thing in the end, and I hope hope it works out really well, and I'm really excited to play. Can't wait for the beta next week. And if you want to see more Battlefield 5 footage, actually in general, if you want to comment, you can comment on what you'd want to see, what you want me to talk about more. Like, I made an Instacart video, gig economy, Battlefield. Those are completely different stuff. They really couldn't be more different subjects for different audiences, but I'm just, obviously you can see I don't have a lot of views and videos, but I want to start making more content, because I think it's enjoyable. I like talking. I like I like I like talking. I like discussing topics, and especially topics that interest me, like my work and what I enjoy. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you watched this video, please hit subscribe if you like. Hit like if you enjoyed the video. Hit dislike if you didn't. And I really appreciate you coming by to watch. And look out for the beta next week. I think it's released September 3rd for preload. September 4th if you're an Origin Access member, or if you pre-order the game. I'm both. And that's going to be for all three platforms, Xbox One, PS4, and PC. So September 4th is when we can start playing the beta if we pre-ordered or the Origin member, and September 6th is the beta start date for the general public. So anyway, I'll see you on the battlefield next week, and have a good day. See ya.